about this.
Hey, we're live. What's
That's
happening,
what we
guys?
are.
I hope
Indeed,
you're
what
having an
is
incredible
happening?
day.
hmm
We're talking about
hmm
self-care today.
Yep. So the title is Rebranding Your Self-Care for the Modern Humanoid. Why did we decide on this? Uh,
Specific topic.
Sorry, the audio cut off on my end. What do you say, Sumit?
Yeah, you're saying why we chose this topic today.
Yeah.
So I was actually thinking about my core wounds. So Tony Robbins has these six core wounds. And for me, the first core wound between certainty and variety, I prefer variety more as an artist, as a creative. So I've decided to create self-care cards, self-care flashcards that are very specific to me. And I think it's really helpful, I think, to begin with the word care because
hmm
it's not just, bubble baths and candles. There's like a hidden principle behind every emotion, and that's
hmm
care. So like you get angry because it's your care. You care
Because you
about the
can't, right?
situation. You feel grief because that's care and mourning and so forth. So care is the root emotion, it's the root frequency, and it's actually the hidden eighth hermetic principle. So I did a Hermes video
hmm
today. Shout out to Hermes.
Shout out to
And
Hermes.
if we're talking about self-care, first thing is change the damn name. Call it
Why?
something else. Evolution mastery, aesthetic protocol, mating ritual, look good, feel good game plan. Make it something cool towards you.
Why?
Because you want to call it something royal, right? Something worthy of your evolution. It's just self-care.
hmm
It's just like you think of these people just, you know, posting on bulletin boards like self-care Fridays. Find the
Mm.
soothing lavender scent of it becomes more commercial, right? Rather than like the rituals of my future self or like the alchemy of my avatar. It sounds better, so it feels
Mm.
better vibrationally, and you're gonna move into it a lot swifter. So that's the first thing I've noticed. Make it sexy,
Interesting.
make it sacred, make it yours.
Hmm. I, from your perspective, just listening to it, I agree. Although, isn't all care self? Like all help is self? That's
Mhm.
kind of where I'm coming from.
It starts from the self, and most people don't start with the character work. I think
hmm
that's a huge topic because if you notice back in the day, man, like think about it, all the emperors, like the Roman warriors, they were in
hmm
silk, right? Samurai spent hours, doing calligraphy. The
hmm
pharaohs were taking like these oil baths and shit.
hmm
So we have to start to embody that way for intuitive introverts, of course. Like intuitive introverts in terms of people who feel everything but rarely tend to their own vessel, right? So this is why we need ritual to make it structured for us, right?
hmm
More authentic too. Yeah, exactly. How can I take
hmm
care of my human avatar? Good question. Yeah.
If I was to answer that question, how would I take care of my human avatar? I would ask, what do I need and what inspires me? Because you have like the more physical, right? What does my skin need? What do I need to eat, etc. Um, if my body has a certain function, I might feed it and train it as such. If I'm if I trained a lot, because also exercising is self-care, what do I need to feed the body? And what kind of rest do I need? And you have different kinds of rest. I think we did an analysis one time, like way
Yeah.
ago. And I believe last weekend we looked at what is an unexpected cause of burnout, and was in your case and my case that although we don't have burnout, we do have some symptoms that pop up here and there because we're very mental sometimes. And what was that medicine called again?
What
L.
was it? Was it L-tryptophan?
I have
Uh,
no idea.
Anyway, whatever it is the precursor to dopamine. And
That's
it's
true.
very powerful. And it's Yeah, it's really good for like balancing out your dopamine hormone too, like if you have dopamine detox and stuff like this. And we're always finding new ways to improve ourselves, obviously.
Hmm.
And Ryan has his own self-care ways, and I do it different a bit. But
Hmm.
I think we meet Ryan in three things. Uh, One is
Hmm.
like sensation rituals, like we both need to ground somehow, some
Hmm.
way.
Hmm.
Um, Another one would be just to like speak your downloads, like write shit down, paint it, whatever your style is, right? Express your gift or it'll rot
Hmm.
inside you. And the third one being conscious permeability, as osmosis says, or building boundaries, better boundaries. So these three I think we both agree on, as well as like some keystone things like salt,
Sure.
uh,
Sure,
and
salt for sure. It's so underestimated.
magnesium,
Wasn't
and
it
so forth.
like standard procedure to do what's it called again? Those salt soap things we use because it cleans up the body spiritually as well. They use the physical skin spiritually.
Oh, I forgot YouTube. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey there, babe. Intuitive self-correction, Yeah, absolutely. All right.
If you just ignore
I'm
it only,
predict.
that's hilarious. Anyway.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. All right. So, not every vibe needs to be felt, right? Every
Mm.
emotion is yours. So, you got to sometimes seal your field and
Hmm.
cleanse. Cleansing, I think spiritual hygiene is so key for us modern day, neo shamans.
Hmm.
And also speaking, I've noticed is a good one. Like just talk really helps to maintain your flow. So it's not
Mm.
like a vanity or something like this. I see self-care as a spiritual strategy
Hmm.
for attraction, actually, because a lot of people they don't work on their own attractiveness. They don't work on their own sense of, respecting the character, respecting the avatar that you are.
Hmm.
So it's really about your intention. Like, let me just read some of these, Ryan, that I've
You
made.
mean your self-care cards?
Yeah.
Could you explain why you did it?
Yep. Like I said, well, it's matching my core need for variety, so it's
Hmm.
making things fluid, exciting, building momentum daily. And yeah, I kind of wanted different self-care practices daily. I didn't want to do the same thing every day, basically. So I
Mm.
didn't want it to be monotonous. So this one says spinal wave dance 3 minutes, barefoot earth charge, magnesium body lotion, wall sits heels up for trauma release,
Mm.
pelvic tilt rolls for sacrum rocks, right? So these are just some examples. These are all body activations. But then there's also ones that are like, you know, watch a scene from a movie that cracks you emotionally or something, or like, tap your chest and say
Mm.
something, you know? Uh, yeah, there's different ways that you can go f towards this. Like
Hmm.
there's the emotion side, mental side, body side. So it's kind of up to you, really, how you want to play this, but I think it's a good idea to try a little bit of your own approach, like, icing your face in the morning. Not everybody does that, but that takes away that repressed anger in the face, the facial armoring, how we're so it really helps with that aspect. So these little things, I mean, everybody's gonna sell you on some kind of self-care routine, dude. I don't waste your money, I definitely want to say this because
Hmm.
it's you'll see this Looks Maxing community, Baby Stickley, these guys, they want to sell self-care programs, they want to sell ways to like kind of sharpen the face or whatever, jawline exercises, this kind of stuff. I tried that for an entire month. You guys saw my transformation. I posted it.
Hmm.
But the transformation wasn't huge. I think the this time I want to try it again,
Hmm.
but I'm going to take a different approach, and then I'm going to Rykov the type of person that I want to be like. And if you guys are
Hmm.
unfamiliar with Rykov, it's almost like putting on the mask of somebody that you want to be like and then merging brains with them as a visualization. So it's kind of a hypnosis visualization. That really helps. Is like imagine if you had a mask, right, that you could just put on and right, kind of transform into that version of you that you've always wanted to be.
Hmm.
So it's also different for each
Mm,
polarity because
is there any
energies are
danger to
different.
using the Rykov?
Yes, absolutely. Because once you're choosing an archetype, you have to
Mm,
know what its pros and cons are, right?
hmm.
So you don't want to take, if you're trying to be like George Bush or whatever, I don't know who would want to do that, but I'm just giving a random example, you know. Like let's say if you want to be like George Bush, you don't want to manifest his bad traits and good traits all in once. You have to be very clear about what you're Rykoving. I want the charisma of Brad Pitt. That's very clear. But if you're just like
Mm,
I want to be just like, Andrew Tate. Oh, you're fucked, dude. No, no,
just like Andrew
because
Tate?
now
I don't
you're
know about
taking on
that.
his shadows. Now you're taking on his karmic imprints.
Mm,
So yeah, that's one
hmm.
tool that I would say that Rykov effectively, yeah,
Hmm. Who
strategically.
do you know of that has great self-care? This word Rykoving.
Well, there's that guy I showed you on Instagram, that random guy that
Ah, I
popped up.
remember. I remember. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's a good example.
But
Huh.
but yeah, I think there's I'm thinking of a few people that I can think of. Maybe I like Vidya Jamwal as a baseline character. Uh
Couldn't you just, and this might also relate to the human avatar AC. Um, what if you had the higher self, and the higher self would give you inspiration of some form, because what intimidates you, what inspires you, tends to give you hints to what's still possible, right? Or the
yeah,
work that still needs to be done. And in my example, I get inspired by, in a funny way, by scents. I love a good scent. Like you
like a
need to
smell, like a
smell
scent,
good.
yeah.
Like I love having good skincare. Like vibrant mocha colors or whatever, right? Clear skin, fantastic hair. Even
Oh
if
yeah,
it's
for
basic.
skincare, something that's been so useful for me is
You tell.
kojic acid. Kojic
Not a
acid,
clue what it
vitamin
is.
C, vitamin E.
Ah, okay.
So yeah, just washing my face with that daily has been really helpful. And then I also sent Ellie
Mm.
one today for
Hmm.
skin. It's really good. I highly recommend it. The one from Quadable. It's absolutely transformational for the face. Highly recommend that. And for a glow up, anything else? Hair care. What about hair care? Grooming in
So
short,
just to make it a little bit spiritual, I like to do hair care on certain days, the haircuts on
Yeah,
certain days,
same.
like 8, 17, 26 sometimes, 28. And if possible, I like to take a Thursday. Maybe even a Jupiter hour. It really depends on how my day goes, but usually I try to combine with that. Taking out the numerology out of this, it's hydration, warm water, um, lemon, salt. Because what I've noticed with me is dandruff is sometimes an issue,
Mm.
and I believe carrots tend to help with such things as well. And since I've been eating a lot of eggs, my zinc and calcium has gone up, so I do feel that the color of my hair is a little bit stronger.
I mean, minus the farts, like, yeah, eggs are great. Fantastic.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's see. Final
Also,
fifth.
havening is so simple because it creates delta waves. Like just doing this because your mother used to hold you like
Ah,
that. So it's like this, even just something so simple like this can be self-care for somebody. And honestly, people overcomplicate it too much. I think it's honestly, you have to know what you do to feel your best and perform your best.
true.
So it's like for you, Ryan, it could be manga, but for somebody else that doesn't maybe resonate because they don't have that connection to it that you do. So it's like infrared light, absolutely epic, right? There's a lot of them. Let's go to YouTube because I think we're forgetting about YouTube a little bit. My bad, guys.
Let's
Uh,
see, from
Mathis
Matis,
says, yeah, could you
interior
read those out?
self-correction. If you operate from blueprint, you never have to care if I'm triggering with this. But that's why I called it intuitive self-correction for me. Back to
Uh,
Primal Sutra. Back to Primal Sutra. Back to Primal. Back to Source. About this again. Also, it's different for each polarity. Both energies have different rituals. It's about balance. Absolutely agree, Mantis. Good gamification approach. I agree. Try to gamify as much as you can. Appreciate the sharing. Look back when
Look
you were
back
a
to where you were
child.
a child. Yeah, you copied your
You copied
parents.
your parents
Yeah.
and surroundings in regards to self-correction. There, can't follow any trend. Absolutely agree. Embrace uniqueness.
Yeah.
Freestyle flow through it. Check the energy field before Rykov. Big disclaimer, you might copy bad
Yes.
energies. Absolutely. Like really do your research before you do these things. Secret combine havening with Hopo Ono Ono.
Ooh, I like that one.
That's a good approach
See,
because
this is
with
like
the Hop
hybridization of self-care, right? Like
yeah
taking two
yeah
things and just merging them. Epic. Epic. I really like
because
that idea.
well this comes back to shadow work in some sense because um if you are willing to allow the shadows to do as they must and in that process forgive, truly forgive, um be it whoever caused these emotions, these shadows, and yourself for having them, and still loving these shadows forever they are, you can allow whatever baggage that represents to pass. If you assume the body is a laptop, a PC, whatever computer, the more bloatware there is, the harder it's gonna work. And you never know
Mm,
what program you open up that actually sets something else off, but best to
yeah.
help
You
process
know, it's so
this.
interesting. It reminds me, Ryan, of that process, how we kind of shortened the Ho'oponopono process for ourselves
Right,
and kind of
up
made it
now.
our own, called Hopno. Yeah, we shortened it and made it like more effective for us, I guess. But yeah, it's so
Well,
interesting
as
how
effective,
we
more
also
efficient is what you mean.
combined it. Well, yeah, we also kind of combined it with the Vajrayana Feed Your Demons
True.
technique that, so it's very powerful. I mean, I would say just do things in front of the mirror a lot more because your self-concept needs to
Mm,
change. And the only way you can do that is looking into your eyes. Like, there's a reason it's on the
interesting.
dollar bill, guys. Like you gotta I'm just playing. But you gotta look into your eyes. Eye contact is really key. And says the guy with sunglasses.
Fair.
However, what I would say is for your own self-care, it's really important to know what works for you. And I think we keep clarifying this uh, a little bit extra because not everyone has a parasympathetic uh, dominance, or, not
Mm,
everybody has, some people doing the sloth pose, just lying on your belly with a cheek on the ground is the best for them. It's like for that one moment, that's the most epic thing they could do. But for
mm,
somebody else, maybe they're a different age, different background, different ethnicity. It's like maybe that doesn't align for them. And maybe they're like in the city away from grass and like, so you have to kind of find ways to create renditions for your self-care. I think that's really
mm,
important. Like don't go with plan A, plan B, plan C. If C doesn't work, plan D, and keep switching them
mm,
out.
I can see that. I can see it. It's kind of like grappling, but with beautification of the body, I suppose.
It's like I miss my breath work, I do meditation. If I miss my meditation, I do
Mm,
something else. So it's
mm,
like
mm.
it's always met. That quotient is always met.
I tend to be a bit stricter in this because I like my routines. I like getting up at a certain time and just
Right. So
pumping
Ryan
it
is
out.
certainty as his core wound. I mean,
I
not core wound. What the fuck? His core need.
his
Um,
co my core need is that I need certainty, I need clarity, so I create it for myself. So
right.
I like having systems, and you know what? Life will test those systems and break them anyway. Like today, didn't have enough time to watch some motivational videos, so I did it on the way to work. did my breath work on the
Exactly.
way to work, took the longer route so I can have a little bit more time. My car has great audio, so I can put some chakras and maybe some Wim Hof on YouTube and just for like 11 minutes just try to follow the guy. Doesn't always work, and I try not to get in an accident. Again, disclaimer, don't be an idiot. But yeah, you can continuously be doing self care. Another form of self care
Mm,
would also be the human mind. At least this in my case, I can't focus for longer than 25 minutes effectively. And after the 25
mm.
minutes, it's just coasting on whatever I'm doing.
It's
So
true. I mean, you need at least 15 to get into flow. So 20
exactly
is like yeah, solid give or take a few minutes. Yeah.
right. And what I notice is the moment I'm hitting a fatigue, um, the moment I hit the fatigue, I tend to consume sugar. So to avoid it and to make sure my artificial sugar intake is minimum, I just go outside, walk in the sun for a bit, be social. Because in my case, socialness, being social or talking to people gives me energy. And the moment I have my
Mm.
fill, I'm back. Of course, use things like this wisely. You don't want to step on anybody's toes. And I have had situations where I went away for 3 hours just to socialize, came back, finished work. But understandably, my manager wasn't too happy about that. So know what you're doing.
Yeah. And like if you're ever like underslept and like fucked up and you don't want to do anything, in that state is a great time to reprogram. It's one of the best times to reprogram your mind. So just listen to subliminals, listen to
Hmm.
affirmations online, and just prime yourself during that time. I think that's a great idea because a lot of people they just sit there, not doing anything. It's like you might as well use the chaos magic properly and just, train your mind. Train your mind.
Hmm. How can one train one's mind? Is it merely, setting up a simple routine and structure and just executing it for 90 days,
Yeah,
or what do you suggest?
definitely. I like to create different visualizations. So let's say I'm craving Nutella or chocolate, right? Let's say. If I imagine that chocolate, it's like right in front of me, it's glowing, it's big, it's right on the table.
Mm,
Uh it's Technicolor HD, 4K
okay.
quality. But then when I think about something like really mundane, like bread, or like
Mm,
oatmeal or like something like this. I see it far away on the table. It's black and white. It's kind of fuzzy, It's not
hmm.
entertaining enough, so I kind of push it away. Now I flip the attributes. The Nutella is becoming black
Mm,
and white. It's becoming hazy, right? So this is like an NLP technique. It's very powerful for people. You can do this with anything. You can do it with
true.
smoking. You can do it for alcohol. You can do it for, I mean, pretty much any craving works with this. So, yeah, create some protocol for yourself like this that you can follow through on. And the next time you get the urge, maybe give yourself some negative reinforcement. Like if you have a band like this, you can snap it every time you get the urge. And just to remind you that this is painful, that this addiction is painful to me. It's not something that's, la-di-da. So, yeah.
Well, hmm, I understand. I do it very differently. I just have a time slot on where I'm allowed to eat sweets, and if I want to test myself,
Oh, you
right
block
between
time
three
flow
and
blocks. Yeah.
just block time because when do I usually feel my midday dip coming? It's usually around 3-ish.
It's like I can only have that cookie at 7:30 or some shit. Like I
Like
can't
on the
have it
dot,
before. Yeah, on
on
the
the
dot.
dot.
Yeah. Dang. Let me know
And
what
if
you guys
anybody,
do for self-care, guys, in the
dude,
comments. Anything interesting, unique? What's the weirdest self-care thing you do? If you want to share that with the world, go ahead. Okay.
hmm.
Uh,
I mean, keep it
Probably
PC,
primal
but
hops. I mean, I don't know. I
what's
can't
some
really
weird
think.
self-care that I
Gibbering,
do?
primal hops. Growling is a good one.
Mm,
Growling like
screaming
an
in your
animal.
pillow tends to help as well.
Yeah.
Choking
Yeah.
people out because I do grappling helps.
Choking people out,
Yeah,
definitely, bro. That's such
it's
a
very
self-care.
therapeutic. It's just, and
It's
then I
so
get a whisper
therapeutic.
in their ears, you know? Fantastic.
Bro. Oh man.
Um,
Retraining the nervous system is tough, says Matt. The shadow topic would be
mm,
hormonal imbalances. Yeah.
Retraining the nervous
Like,
system is tough, yes. And yet, if you allow yourself to go through it, knowing that you'll come out of it better, you'll be fine. I mean,
yeah, you just kind of have to reduce the resist, like the idea of
mm,
mental resistance that you have with that thing, you need to make that gap less, basically. So if you think
hmm
that I definitely can't have sweets, I'm gonna get punished,
hmm
right? Mom and daddy doesn't like that, so I'm gonna get punished. Then that's in the back of your mind. But if you're just like, sweets are sweets, man. Like I'll have a chocolate when I'll have a chocolate, but it's not like the biggest thing on earth. So when you
mm,
normalize it more, it's actually better for your well-being. It's weird. It's
I
like
can
a
see
weird
that.
paradox thing.
I can see that.
Yeah.
It's almost like you're saying the moment I feel too invested, I need to take a step back.
Right. If someone was like, biting your nails is so cool, bro. That's the new habit. We should all do that. Everybody would
Mm,
start doing that actually. So it's unbelievable to me how certain people have considered their bad habits. They're no bad habits, they're just habits. So if you plaster the label bad habit onto it, now it's like this negative feeling is emerging with your
yeah,
habit. So that's all I'm saying. It's like you can say negative emotions or you can just call them emotions, right?
I
So
understand
that's all I'm
because
saying to
again
the
the label
audience.
bad
Yeah.
gives it a bad load, so to speak, a negative loading.
Yeah,
Okay,
totally.
let's see what the dubs say again. To care without caring too much? Well,
Ooh, mic
that
drop.
is relative to the human being. I mean, at my works, there's no self-care,
Yeah.
and you're always gonna care in some form. Where things get, a little bit on the fancy, I guess, would be when you're too obsessed with it, because then through the obsession, or the source of the obsession would be a form of scarcity, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
That's
Then it
when
starts
I'm gonna
looping.
say,
Yeah.
what is self? You're looking at him. Who is self? You're looking at him. Where does self care? Where does self need care? My answer would
Mm,
be the moment you have gone through, let's say, a very tough exam. It's taken so much out of you. You had to
mm,
face your self-talk or whatever, and a great reward then, at least for me, would be going on Groupon and finding a five-star spa resort that I could just chill for the weekend. Fantastic, because I've earned it.
mm.
How to not
Man.
care but still be loving, compassionate. Mm, I would
I
say observe, but what's your answer to that, Sumit?
Man, I just think overcare is like a distortion of love. It's not authentic love. When you're
Mm,
caring, it doesn't turn into clinging or like smothering or like
mm,
overcare, I think is like it's love poisoned by attachment. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you're clinging to it so much that it changes, it distorts, it mutates
yeah,
instead of it just being what it is. So,
yeah.
yeah, it's really like if it burns you out, if it clouds your
Mm.
intuition, it's the
It's
shadow of
kind of like getting
compassion, you could
addicted to
say.
coffee in the morning. Like, I need my coffee or I don't function.
Dude, that
Like,
was
that's
me so
enslavement.
that was me like a few months back. Like honestly,
Right.
until I changed to tea and like chicory and green tea and all this stuff. Like it was a really rough process though. My body
Did
craved the caffeine.
just because there's a little bit of a running trend with me, I do have a time slot for coffee, and that's 11.
Bruh.
Just at 11, I get my coffee.
Espresso at 11:11 portal, yeah.
That is a good one. I'll do it at 11:11. Just
Yeah. Yeah,
fucking
just make it angel numbers every time.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Or before training, a nice strong double espresso just to start bouncing around.
Yeah.
Let's continue. Focus is king, flow is queen. Well, possibly. Yeah. Sleep hygiene, absolutely, like very underestimated. One of the things that
Yeah.
I can do better is have a set time. Again, the time slot thing just works for me. Set time when I go to bed, set time when I stop looking at my screen, turn off all devices and just lay in my bed and just start,
Yeah.
looking at what happened today, imagining it's now that I know what happened today, imagining it as the most ideal day, and then falling asleep to whatever frequency. That's what I would like to do. Emotional
Yeah,
hygiene.
there's one for like men. I would highly
Mm-hmm.
recommend you listen to
Do tell.
sleep, testosterone music before sleep. It actually
Mm,
helps. And I've noticed that usually it keeps you up, right? Because you think like testosterone would spike your libido, but for me, it actually helps me go to sleep. It's weird. I know it has an opposite effect. I don't know. But yeah, magnesium. No, not magnesium.
yeah, magnesium.
Melatonin. No, melatonin gummies is something that I highly recommend if you're struggling with sleep. They're just like little gummies that have melatonin in them, tart cherry and stuff like this. I don't know what else it has, but it puts me to sleep very quick, like in 30 minutes. They also have melts on your tongue that you can sometimes have. And if you get melatonin prescribed, I know sometimes you can just find it off the counter in other countries. Here you have to get it prescribed, but you can still get
Mm.
like melatonin gummies from the store. So that's what I use right now.
I remember giving my mom those melatonin gummies. She slept the whole weekend, man.
Yeah,
So
it does
I'm
make you a
I
bit drowsy.
so
Yeah,
I
in the
again I
mornings
didn't
at
pay
least.
attention how much she took. I just kind of left the package there and I didn't pay attention. So
Gotcha.
again, you take one. You take one
Yeah.
melatonin, one gummy. It's
You take
enough.
one, yeah. Yeah,
It's the same
totally.
thing with edibles. Please watch your intake. Which is also a thing with food. Watch your
Mm.
intake. If the fastest way to cut weight is to be on a deficit, etc. Let's see, anything else? Digital detox. Avinda says,
All annoying apps at the end of your phone, so you have to scroll a lot to get to them.
well, all addictive apps at the end of your phone.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant.
Fair, fair. And possibly what I tried to do, I haven't done it successfully yet. Put a timer. Like, okay, I feel like bitching about something, 15 minutes. And
Rant
then
it out.
if rent it
Or
out,
record yourself because it's
oh
hilarious when
God,
you
the
rant.
cringe. Ah, the cringe.
You're
Nature
just
immersion,
yelling into the
absolutely.
camera.
So a lot of things, at least on my end, all of my needs are met when I go into nature. Go into the forests, go to the beach and just chill, talk to people, have fun, be social. That tends to help me a lot. It's pretty underestimated. A daily energy clearing, absolutely. I play certain frequencies in the morning and at night. Boundaries, spiritual hygiene is also knowing who do you want to have in your circle. Certain people are not worth the investment. What are your thoughts on that, Sumit?
Um, it kind of reminds me of like, what would a god do for self-care? Like
Hmm.
solar charging, getting sunlight, breath work, hydration, pretty much the basics, right?
Yeah.
They wouldn't exaggerate it. They wouldn't go overboard. They would just stick to the principles and keep doing the principles and adorning themselves, perhaps intentionally, right? So I was just thinking about that as you were saying that.
Hmm.
Your inner dialogue, if it was like godlike, what would it be like, you know?
Right.
It would be no more I can't, I must do it this way. It becomes like a commanding uh, way. And we talked about this in Jewel July as well, as it's ending slowly. Um,
Indeed.
that idea of
Indeed.
I decree, I command,
Hmm.
you know, I enchant, use some words that like kind of magnetize rather than I wish, I will do it tomorrow, I have to, right? These things won't really give you that same momentum as you using other words uh, that give you the proper energy wise, you know? All in this. all in the mindset, and really maintaining a God field
Hmm.
everywhere you go, essentially. Because in some places it's tough, man. If you have a lot of like static in an
Hmm.
environment, like a loud, noisy place where everybody's like hollering, like a sports game, try having self-care in that. Like
Mm.
try getting like rugby tackled and still having self-care. You know what I mean? Like that's what we're talking about. It's like how can you be the center of the storm when the shit hits the fan, nothing is working. You got to find some baseline, something that you can hold on to. And
Hmm.
that's really what is the best thing for you to do is understand yourself just when you're chilling in your living room. And if
True,
you can take that energy and put it into performance, like just chilling in the living room, it will just, yeah, create such a momentum for you. Speaking from personal experience.
true, 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 true. Anyway, we're already over time. Ladies and gentlemen, we're heading to
Got it.
Sedona this December. Sign up or lose out. Conclusion, self-care is your responsibility. Take some accountability and get it done. You know what you need,
Right on.
and that's all I have to say about that. You submit any final words?
Nah, guys, I would just say, activate your best selves. Your
Hmm.
highest form of devotion is you. Your bhakti should be towards you as well. You in the sense of this avatar, this swadharma, this being that you are in charge of. So take care of your human. And yeah, I hope you have an incredible rest of the day, week. Let's get it. Upward spiral.
Mm. Keep
Peace,
it fun.
guys.
Us.
Good evening. Wait, say
Oh,
that. Good evening.
I'm so sad.
You
Okay.
know, you.
Good. Good morning, good evening, good night. This has been GPS Guiding Primal
Hey.
Sutra. I wish you the very best. My name is Ryan
Yeah.
G with my co-host Sumit Chatterjee.
All right,
Till
guys.
next time.